That's not funny. I've got school. Okay, we'll wait a while. Hmm. Okay, I hope I'm clearly audible and things are working completely fine. So we can begin. Let me just check. Okay, alright, things are fine. That's not funny. I've got school. I've got school. ऑलराइट, तो ये बुक पढ़ रहे थे ना हम, अष्टवक्र महागीता बाई ओशो। तो इसके पेज नंबर 84 पे हैं हम। एंड यस, अभी हम यहाँ से अपनी जर्नी कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं। That which observes all of this, you have seen childhood and you have also, अच्छा इसका लास्ट स्टेटमेंट से ही पढ़ लेते हैं ताकि कंफ्यूजन ना हो। You are the horizon where earth and sky meet. That which is born remains, increases, changes, deteriorates, and perishes. You are not that. That which observes all of this. You have seen childhood, and you have also saw childhood depart. If you were your childhood, then who could remember now that there was childhood? You would have disappeared with childhood. You have seen youth, you saw it come, you saw it go. If you were youth, then who remember now? You would have gone with youth. You watched youth come, you watched it go. Obviously, you are other than youth. It is such a simple thing, such a clear thing. You have seen suffering, seen pain arise, seen the clouds of pain gathering around you, and you have seen suffering depart. You have seen unhappiness, you have seen happiness. A thorn has pierced your skin. You observed pain, the thorn is removed, and now there is no pain. You saw it. You are the seer. You stand beyond. You cannot be touched. No event can touch you. You are a lotus floating on water. ये वही वाला है। इसको सुन के मेरे को वही याद आ गया, जैसे जो भगवत गीता है जिसमें श्री कृष्ण भगवान जब अर्जुन को समझा रहे होते हैं कि तुमने युद्ध करना पड़ेगा, यही तुम्हारा धर्म है, तो उसमें वो बोलते हैं ना, आत्मा के बारे में डिस्क्राइब करते हैं, तो उसमें वो बोलते हैं कि आग और पानी और ये सारी चीज़ें आत्मा को नष्ट नहीं कर सकती, और हम जो हैं वो आत्मा है, कॉन्शियसनेस है। उसी चीज़ पे यहाँ पे ओशो भी सिमिलर चीज़ पे एम्फोसाइज कर रहे हैं कि यस, यू आर ऑब्जर्वर। तुम यूथ नहीं थे, तुम चाइल्डहुड नहीं थे। अगर तुम चाइल्डहुड होते तो तुम चाइल्डहुड, तुम्हारा चाइल्डहुड यानी कि तुम्हारा बचपना ख़त्म होने के साथ तुम भी ख़त्म हो जाते। यूथ ख़त्म होने के साथ तुम ख़त्म हो जाते। तुमने पेन देखा है, तुमने पेन के अलावा हैप्पीनेस देखा है, अनहैप्पीनेस देखा है। तो वो सब चीज़ें तुमने ऑब्जर्वर, लाइक तुमने ऑब्जर्व किया, तो तुम ये सब चीज़ नहीं हो, तुम एक ऑब्जर्वर हो जो ये सारी चीज़ें ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है। यू आर द अल्टीमेट बीइंग जिसको ये सारी चीज़ें डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं कर सकती, सो इट विल एग्जिस्ट, राइट। तो वही चीज़ पे यहाँ पे बोल रहे हैं कि ये भाई, भले ही तुम्हारा कुछ तो इंटरनेट का इशू आ रहा है। क्या अभी चीज़ें बेटर हैं? Am I clearly audible now? हाँ ठीक है, अभी सही है। पता नहीं क्या कुछ तो फ्लक्चुएशन हुआ और ये ड्रॉप हो गया फ्रेम बहुत ज़्यादा। अभी चीज़ें नॉर्मल है, सो लेट्स गो अहेड। हाँ तो वही आत्मा वाली, मतलब जो ये समझाना चाह रहे हैं वो आत्मा के नियरेस्ट हम एक्सप्लेनेशन समझ सकते हैं कि तुम्हें कोई छू भी नहीं सकता, तुम्हें कोई टच भी नहीं कर सकता। तुम्हें यानी कि तुम्हारे बीइंग को, तुम्हारे कॉन्शियसनेस को, तुम्हारी समवट आत्मा को, यू आर अलोन, void of action, self illuminated and innocent. Your bondage is this, that you practice samadhi. This is an amazing revolutionary statement. It is impossible to find such a revolutionary statement in any scripture of the word. When you understand it completely, a deep gratitude arises. Patanjali has said, Yoga is the stopping of chitta vritti, projection of the mind. Yoga, it is an accepted idea that until the mind stops projecting, a person cannot know himself. When all mental projections become quiet, a person can know himself. तो हमारे जो माइंड है ना, कभी भी अगर तुम, ये तो हमने पहले भी समझा था कि अगर माइंड में जो तुम्हारे थॉट है तुम इसी पे एम्फोसाइज करने लगोगे तो तुम्हें समझ में आएगा कि तुम तुम्हारे थॉट नहीं हो, तुम अपने थॉट से भी अलग हो। थॉट्स, इमोशन, सबसे तुम डिटैच होकर अगर ऑब्जर्व करोगे तो तुम्हें समझ में आएगा कि ये जस्ट फ्लो कर रहे हैं। हम हैं जो अपनी एनर्जी पुट ऑन करते हैं इसमें, राइट। सो इट इज़ लाइक दैट। और यहाँ पे भी पतंजलि, जिन्होंने योगा के बारे में बहुत, मतलब पायनियर ऑफ योगा जिन्हें हम मानते हैं, तो योगा के बारे में जब उन्होंने बोला था कि योगा आपकी चित्त वृत्ति को रोकता है। चित्त वृत्ति यानी कि हमारा माइंड जो अलग अलग प्रोजेक्शन करता है, 100 जगह भागता है हमारा मन, तो उस चीज़ को रोकने में योगा मदद करता है। एंड योगा इसको बहुत एक्सेप्ट भी किया गया, क्योंकि जब हमारे मेंटल प्रोजेक्शन रुकते हैं तभी हम अपने आप को समझ सकते हैं। ऑलराइट, अदरवाइज हम बेफालतू की चीज़ों में लगे रहते हैं। Ashtavakra is speaking against Patanjali's sutra. Ashtavakra is saying, you are alone, void of action, self-illuminated and innocent. Your bondage is this, that you practice samadhi. Samadhi cannot be practiced, samadhi cannot be prepared for, because samadhi is your nature. Mental projections are lower states. Trying to stop them is like entering a dark house and trying to fight with darkness. ओके, तो अष्टवक्र पतंजलि के जो सूत्र हैं उसके अगेंस्ट बोल रहे हैं। वो बोल रहे हैं कि तुम अपने आप में सेल्फ इल्यूमिनेटेड हो, तुम इनोसेंट हो, और अपने थॉट्स को रोकना ऐसा है कि जैसे आप एक अंधेरे कमरे में घुस रहे हो और आप अंधेरे के खिलाफ लड़ रहे हो, तो उससे कंपेयर कर रहे हैं। तो मतलब अष्टवक्र का पूरा फोकस इसी चीज़ में है कि आप अपने आप को एक ऑब्जर्वर की तरह ट्रीट करो, जो ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है बाहर की चीज़ों को नहीं, बल्कि अपने बारे में, अपने इमोशंस, अपने थॉट्स, अपने से रिलेटेड सारी चीज़ें आप ऑब्जर्व कर पा रहे हो। यानी कि आप अपनी फिजिकल बॉडी और जो थॉट्स हैं, इमोशंस हैं, उससे भी आप अलग होके इन सारी चीज़ों को देख पा रहे हो। सो दैट इज़ दैट, राइट। अंडरस्टैंड दिस, ब्रिंग योर स्वॉर्ड्स, spears, staffs, and start fighting with darkness. Call soldiers, strong man, and start pushing darkness out. Will you ever be victorious? As a definition, it is accurate. The absence of darkness is light. But understand this definition. It is true that the absence of darkness is light. It is true that the quietening of mental projection is yoga. But don't take it the other way. The absence of darkness is light. But don't start trying to get rid of darkness. The actual situation is just the reverse. The presence of light is the absence of darkness. Light a lamp and darkness disappear by itself. Darkness does not exist. Darkness is only an absence. तो यहाँ पे हाँ, ये डार्कनेस, अंधेरे उजाले वाले एग्जांपल से वो ये समझाना चाह रहे हैं कि जैसे हम अपने थॉट्स को कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, हम उसके खिलाफ लड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। योगा में भी ऐसे ही बोला गया कि आपने उनको रोकना पड़ेगा, तभी आप मतलब अपने बारे में रियल में जान पाओगे, या फिर जो राइट चीज़ें हैं उन पे फोकस कर पाओगे। बट अष्टवक्र का कहना कुछ और है। अष्टवक्र लाइट से यहाँ पे एग्जांपल हम जो दे पा रहे हैं वो है, मेरा नेट फिर से प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है क्या? नहीं, थिंग्स आर फाइन, राइट। ओके, तो लाइट से उनका यहाँ पे कहना है एनलाइटनमेंट, जो रियल नॉलेज है उसके बारे में पता होना, कि अपने आप को एज अ बीइंग, एज अ कॉन्शियसनेस आपको पता होना चाहिए कि ठीक है, अगर फिजिकल बॉडी में पेन हो भी रहा है, आप फील भी कर रहे हो, तो भी दैट इज़ नॉट यू, एंड इट इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट, राइट। जिन लोगों को ज्ञान की असल में प्राप्ति हुई थी, जिनको एनलाइटनमेंट हुआ था, बीट बुद्धा, बीट एनी लर्नड स्कॉलर, वट एवर, उन लोगों ने ये रियल में अटेन किया था, तो तब वो चीज़ ये मतलब वो ला पा रहे थे अपनी रियल लाइफ में। बट अदरवाइज ये बहुत ट्रिकी है। और इसी चीज़ पे अष्टवक्र फोकस कर रहे हैं कि आपने अंधेरा हटाने से ज़्यादा लाइट जलाने पे फोकस करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि अंधेरा हटाना या क्या है, अंधेरा क्या है, लाइट की एब्सेंस ही तो है। वैसे ही ज़िंदगी में भी जब तक हम इन चीज़ों में लगे रह रहे हैं, वो कब तक होगा जब तक हमको रियल चीज़ के बारे में नहीं पता होगा। सो लाइट से हमारा मतलब है एक्चुअल एनलाइटनमेंट, एक्चुअल नॉलेज के बारे में पता होना। सो दैट दीज आर द थिंग्स Patanjali says to calm the projection of the mind and you will know your being. Ashtavakra says know your being and projection of the mind will become quiet. ओके, सो अष्टवक्र ने कहा कि अगर तुम अपने बीइंग के बारे में समझोगे तो प्रोजेक्शन अपने आप शांत हो जाएंगे। बट पतंजलि की अप्रोच दूसरी थी। विदाउट नोइंग योर बीइंग प्रोजेक्शन कैन नॉट बी स्टिल्ड। मेंटल प्रोजेक्शंस arise because the being is not known. If you think you are the body, desires of the body arise. If you think you are the mind, desires of the mind arise. The desires of whatever you identify with will shadow you, will reflect in you. The color of whatever you sit next to reflects on you. That's truth. That's a fact right there. It is like placing a colored stone next to a crystal. The colors of the stone will shine on the crystal. Put it with a red stone and the crystal appears red. Put it with a blue stone and the blue crystal the crystal appears blue. This is from the proximity. The crystal doesn't become blue, it only seems to. Darkness only seems to be, it is not. The non existence of light is called darkness. Darkness has no reality of its own, no existence of its own. Don't start fighting with darkness. Yoga and Ashtavakra's vision are opposite. Hence, I say if you want to understand Ashtavakra, you should try to understand Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti is a modern edition of Ashtavakra. What Krishnamurti says in a modern idiom is today's language is the essence of Ashtavakra's message. The followers of Krishnamurti think he is saying something new. There is nothing new to be said. Whatever can be said has already been said. Whatever facets life can have all been explored somewhere. Man has been seeking from time immemorial. There is nothing new to be said under the sun. Only the language changes, the packaging changes, the clothes changes, new ideas change according to the times. But what Krishnamurti is saying is exactly this. Ashtavakra's language is very ancient. Krishnamurti's language is very modern. But those who can understand a little will see that they say the same thing. Krishnamurti says that yoga is not needed, meditation is not needed, mantras and aesthetics are not needed. All of these are practices. Practices has to be done for what is not our nature. What practice can be done to find our inner nature? Drop all practices. Look into yourself, and your nature will become manifest. You are alone, void of action, self illuminated, and innocent. Look at this declaration. Ashtavakra says you are innocent. Don't even think yourself a sinner. Let the sadhus and priests say thousands of times that you are a sinner, to cleanse yourself of sins, to repent that you have done bad karma, become released from it. Remember Ashtavakra Sutra. You are free of action. How can you do anything? Ashtavakra says there are six life waves. These six waves are hunger and thirst, sadness and happiness, birth and death. Hunger and thirst are waves of the body. If there is no body, there is neither hunger nor thirst. These are needs of the body. When the body is healthy, hunger increases. When the body is ill, hunger decreases. If the body is out in the sun, thirst increases because sweat will evaporate. There is more thirst in hot weather, less thirst in cold. These are needs of the body. These are waves of the body. Hunger and thirst are of the body. Sadness and happiness are of the mind. When someone leaves you, there is happiness. Sorry. When someone leaves you, there is unhappiness because the mind grabs hold, makes attachments. When you meet someone, a beloved, there is happiness. When a beloved leaves, unhappiness. When you meet a disagreeable person, unhappiness. When the disagreeable person leaves, happiness. This, the play of the mind, the play of affection and disgust, the play of attraction and repulsion. Inside one in whom mind has ceased to exist, there is no sadness, no happiness. These are waves of the mind. And birth, death. Birth and death are waves of life energy. At birth, breathing starts. At death, breathing stops. As soon as baby is born, the doctor is concerned that he should start breathing, start crying because to cry he will need to breathe. In the spasm of crying, the breath passage will open. In the spasms of crying, the closed lungs will start functioning. If the child doesn't start crying within a few seconds, the doctor will hang him upside down and spank him, forcing the breath to start. Breathing is birth. Breathing means the process of life. When a man dies, breathing is finished. The process of life stops. This goes on moment to moment. As the breath comes in, life comes in. As the breath goes out, life goes out. Birth and death are happening every second. Every incoming breath is life. Every outgoing breath is death. So, life and death are happening every moment. These are waves of life energy. Ashtavakra says these are the six waves, and you are beyond these six waves. You are the observer of these. You means consciousness and the being. So, Ashtavakra is saying focus on these things. Buddha based his whole system of meditation on the breath. Buddha said one technique is enough. Go on watching the incoming and outgoing breath. What will happen from watching the breath come and go? Slowly, as you see that the outgoing breath has gone out and that the incoming breath has come in, you will find a short gap in between where the breath stops, where it neither goes out nor comes in. Between each half breath, there is a momentary gap where breath does not flow, does not move, steer, does not stir. It goes out, stops for a moment, then comes in. It comes in, stops for a moment, then goes out. You'll begin to see a gap. In this very gap, you'll find that you are this coming and going of the breath is the play of life force. And if you become capable of watching the coming and going of the breath, then the seer is separate from the breath, is other than the breath. Our body is the outermost circumference, mind is a circle within, and life a circle deeper within. It is possible for the body to be crippled, broken, destroyed, and still man goes on living. Seen a lot of example of it. आपने बहुत बार देखा होगा कि जन्म से एक मैंने TEDx भी सुना था किसी का उनके दोनों हाथ नहीं है दोनों पाँव नहीं है but he is living a wonderful life, is happily married and he is doing great in his career, and on top of that he is motivating people. So yeah, it's all about the mindset, it's all about how you will approach towards the life, like, so that's what Osho is also trying to emphasize on, right? And okay, no, I'm not, I'm straight. All right, welcome to the live stream. Just so you know, all right. Then shear is separate. Alright, where were we? And still man goes on living. The mind can be split, insane, idiotic, and still man goes on living. But without breath, man will not live. Remove a man's entire brain, still he'll go on living. Lying is in coma, but still alive. Limbs can be cut off, so only breathing remains. Man goes on living. If the breath stops, even if everything else is okay, the man will die. These are the six waves, and the observer is beyond these six. You are alone. No one is your companion. Yeah, what I know. Alright. It's good if you know. That's what we are trying to do over here. Okay. You're alone. No one is your companion. The body is not your companion. The breath is not your companion. Thoughts are not your companions. You are alone. There is no companion within. What to say of outside? Husband, wife, family, friends, beloved, beloveds, none are companions. There is none who is near, none who is related. To be near is only an outer phenomena. From within, no union can be made with anyone. How does that matter? How does that matter, brother? Just so you know, how does my religion is like? How does that matter? I'm just curious. Let's have a chit chat. Since you have a lot of questions, let's have a chit chat. No worries. So if you, I think you're joining for the first time, right? In the last live, we have already talked about culture and religion. According to Osho, religion is something that binds this universe. That is the center of everything that is happening around. And when we talk about, okay, bro, chill. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Like, what made you ask these questions? Nah, nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Have a great night ahead. Bye bye. Have a great night ahead. Alright, talking about religion, yes. So, religion is something that binds us all together. And according to Osho, according to Ashtavakra, Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, whatever religion it is nothing but these are all cultures. They are not religion, right? So, that's there. You are alone, void of action. To be near is only an outer phenomena. From within, no union can be made with anyone. First time in live. Okay. Welcome to the live stream then, brother. Where are you from? I'm just curious to know. Like, where are you from? If you are fine on sharing these things, then you can say no. Okay, no worries. You are alone, void of action. Don't even raise the question of your karmas, your acts. If you should ask Ashtavakra, you say one can be liberated right now. So, what will happen to the fruits of your actions? Philippines. All right, all right. Okay. So, what is the current time at Philippines? What is the current time at Philippines? I'm from India and it's 9:21 p.m. here. What's the time over Philippines? So, what will happen to the fruits of your actions? What will happen to the sins of lifetimes? How to get released from them? Ashtavakra will say, you have never done them. Out of hunger, the body may have done something. Out of vital energy, life may have done something. Out of its own needs, the mind may done something. All right, 11:52 p.m. Okay, so it's almost midnight. All right, all right, all right. Thanks for the what I can say information. And moving ahead, and just in case if you have like interest in Osho spirituality or like knowing more about life, or if you have any interest in reading books, so you can subscribe to my channel if you feel like it is going to add any value in your life. Otherwise also it's good to see you here, and it was lovely talking to you, brother. Have a great night ahead. Out of its own needs, the mind may done something. You have never done anything. You are never aloof in non-doing. Doing has never happened through you. You are the observer of all actions. Liberation is possible right now. Consider it. If we have to destroy the whole web of actions, we can never become liberated. It is impossible. We have done so many acts over infinite time. Just estimate how many. If we have to be released from all these actions, then the release will take an infinite time. And during this infinite time, you won't be sitting idle. You'll do something. So acts will again accumulate. This chain will be endless. This chain will never finish. It will never come to any conclusion. Okay. All right. Let's go through it once again because my mind was somewhere else. Consider it, if we have to destroy the whole web of actions, we can never become liberated. It is impossible. We have done so many acts over infinite times. Just estimate how many. If we have to be released from all these actions, then the release will take an infinite time. And during this infinite time, you won't be sitting idle. You will do something. So acts will again accumulate. This chain will be endless. This chain will never finish. It will never come to any conclusion. Ashtavakra says that if to be free you have to become free of actions, then liberation can happen. Then liberation can never happen. But liberation does happen. You cannot become free. You are free. The existence of liberation is the proof that the being has never done any act. You're not a sinner. So you are not a saint. You are not virtuous, not unvirtuous. There is no hell anywhere. There is no heaven. You have never done anything. You have only seen dreams. You only thought you were doing. You were sleeping within. The body was doing. These bodies that did things are long gone. How can the fruit of their actions be yours? You were sleeping inside. The mind acted. The mind that acted is disappearing every second. I have heard that former Maharaja saw that his drawing room was dirty. He scolded his servant, Janko, saying, there are spiders' webs all over the drawing room. What have you been doing all day long? Junko said, some spiders must have made these webs. I have been dozing in my room. You were dozing inside. Some spider must have made the webs. The body spun webs. The mind spun webs. The life energy spun webs. You were sleeping. Wake up. Awakening you. Find that you never did anything. Even if you wanted to do something, you couldn't do it. Your nature is in action. Non doing is your natural state. You are alone, void of action, self illuminated, and innocent. Did you hear this proclamation? You are innocent. Throw away what the pundits and priests have taught you. You are innocent. Their teachings has been very harmful. They have made you a sinner. They have taught you in 1,000 ways that you are bad. They have filled you with humanitarian and guilt, humiliation and guilt. You are innocent. You have committed no wrong. Your bondage is this, that you practice samadhi. Look at this revolutionary statement. Your bondage is this, that you practice samadhi. You are making efforts for samadhi to come to fruit, for meditation to flower, for liberation to happen. Practices, rites, rituals. Your bondage is this, that you practice samadhi. This is your bondage. Raise the sword of awareness and sever it. Okay, wait a second. I have to check something. Okay, wait a second. I have to check something. Alright. Now, these two will become clear to you. The path of yoga and the path of awareness are completely different. The ancient name for the path of awareness is Sankhya. Sankhya means awareness. Yoga means sadhana, techniques. Sankhya means simply wake up. Nothing needs to be done. Yoga means there is much to be done before awakening will happen. In yoga, there are means. In Sandhya, there are only ends. There is no path, only the destinations, because you have never left the destination to go anywhere else. You have just been sitting in your inner temple. You don't have to come back. Just know that you have never gone anywhere. You are alone, void of action, self eliminated, and innocent. Your bondage is that you practice samadhi. You are bound only by this, that you are seeking liberation. The search for liberation creates new bondage. A man is enslaved by the word, then he freaks out and begins to seek liberation. Here, he renounces house and home, renounces his family, renounces business and money. Then he is enslaved in a new bondage. He becomes a monk. New restrictions, how to move and sit, how to eat and drink. He creates a new slavery. Have you observed that a monk's condition is like that of a prisoner? A monk is not free because a monk thinks first he has to accept restrictions to become free. This is a hilarious idea. For liberation, first one has to accept restrictions. To be free, no restrictions are needed. Krishnamurti has a book, The First and Last Freedom. It is the most up to date expression of Ashtavakra. If you are to be free, then become free on the very first step. Don't think you'll become free in the end. You can be free only on the first step, not on the second. On the first step, if you make preparations for freedom, these very preparations will create bonds. Then, to get rid of these new bonds, you'll have to make new preparations. This preparation will again make new bonds. You'll get rid of those. You'll get rid of one and be bound bound by the next. You'll escape from the ditch and fall in the well. Look how married people and sannyasins are both bound. Their slaveries are different, but the distinction is nothing. It seems that whatever you do will enslave you unless the basic stupidity is broken. I have heard that someone's women had run away, so he went to look for her. Searching everywhere, he searched the jungle and there a sadhu was sitting under a tree. The man asked, "Have you seen my women going this way? She has run away from home. I am terribly upset." The sadhu asked, "What is her name?" He said, "Her name is Trouble." The sadhu said, "Trouble, you have given her a great name. All women are trouble, but only you have actually given the name. So, what is your name?" The sadhu was eager to know. This man seemed to be very clever with names. He said, "My name is Foolish." The sadhu started laughing. He said, "You drop this search. What, wherever you sit, troubles will come. You don't need to go anywhere. You being foolish is enough. Troubles will find you." Okay. When someone renounces the word and escapes, this renunciation does not destroy the weak mindedness. His foolishness, his stupidity, he takes the stupidity and sits in the temple making new bondages. This that stupidity weaves new webs, first enslaved by the word, now enslaved by sannyas. He cannot remain without bondage. Freedom is on the first step. There is no planning it. Planning means to be bound in plans, make preparation, and you are enslaved in preparations. Then this will have to be renounced. How long is it going to go on? It will be endless. I have heard a man was afraid to enter a graveyard. His house was on the other side of the graveyard. So he had to cross it every day. He was so afraid that he wouldn't come out of his house at night. By dusk, he would return home, trembling. Finally, a sadhu took pity on him. He told him, "Stop worrying about it and take this charm. Always keep this charm tied to your wrist, then no ghost or spirit can bother you." It worked. By tying the ch- that by tying the charm on his wrist, his fear of ghosts disappeared. But now a new fear caught hold of him. What if the charm got lost? Naturally, that charm had protected him from ghosts. Now he would cross the graveyard in the middle of the night with no fear. There had never been ghosts there. It was only his own fear. The charm released him from that fear, but he was caught in a new fear of losing the charm. He took the charm with him when he went to bathe, again checking and checked again to see that he had it. He was terrified now that while he slept in night, someone would open the charm, someone would steal it. The charm became his life. The fear continued in the same way, if not of ghosts, then of losing the charm. Now, if someone substitutes something else for the charm, what difference will it make? This man is not going to change his fearfulness. It's not a question of ghosts, it is the question of fear. So, you can push fear around from one place to another. Lots of people go on playing this kind of volleyball, throwing the ball from here to there, from here, from there to here. They just go on throwing and playing, and meanwhile, life passes by. Ashtavakra says practicing for samadhi is the cause of bondage. If you are to be free, then declare your freedom. Don't go on sitting, getting ready. So I say, look at this revolutionary statement. This statement is rare, it is incomparable. Ashtavakra says to declare your freedom here and now. Don't prepare for it. Don't say that first you must get ready and then because the preparation will enslave you. Then how to drop the preparation? One disease is dropped, another disease is taken up. This is just switching shoulders. You have seen people carrying a body on a stretcher to the burning grounds. They go on switching shoulders, tired of carrying the weight on one shoulder. They shift to the other shoulder. They get a few minutes relief, then the other shoulder starts to hurt, and again they switch. You are doing this life after life. You only find a short relief from this. You never find the ultimate rest from it. Drop this carrying of dead bodies. Make your declaration. If you want freedom, then in a fraction of second, it can be declared. People ask me why I give sannyas to each and everyone. I say that everyone is entitled to it. It is only a question of declaring it. There is nothing else needed. It only has to be declared. This declaration has to be enthroned in your heart that I am a sannyasin and have become a sannyasin, that I am enlightened and you are enlightened. Your declaration is your life. So basically, put the energy in the right side and you'll get the required results. Find the courage to declare why make small declarations. Proclaim, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma, and you have become the ultimate. In the next sutra, Ashtavakra says the universe is permeated by you. It is strung on the thread of you. In reality, you are pure consciousness by nature. Do not be small minded. Why be involved with trivial things? Sometimes you are involved with this house is mine, this man. Trivial things. Sometimes you are involved with this house is mine, this body is mine. I'm disconnected. What is going on? The universe is permeated by you, it is strung on the thread of you. In reality, this whole existence is infused by you. The whole expanse of Brahma is permeated by you. You are pure consciousness by nature. Do not be small minded. Why make small claims? Make a great proclamation. Proclaim this: I am a pure consciousness. I am pure intelligence. Do not be small minded. We have made such trivial claims and we become what we declare. We become what we declare. In this, India's contribution to the world is unique because India has made the world's greatest proclamations. Mansur proclaimed in the Muslim word Anil Haq, I am the truth. They murdered him. They said, this man is making too great a claim. I am the truth. Only God can say that. How can men say it? But we didn't murder Ashtavakra, nor did we murder the seers of the Upanishads who said, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma, because we understood one thing that man become the proclamation he makes. Why make a small claim when the evolution of your life is dependent on your claim? Then claim the most expensive, claim the infinite, the omnipresent, make the divine proclamation. Why be satisfied with anything else? Why be miserly? You are miserly in your very declaration, then made your miserly claim, and you will become it. Say yes to the small, you will become small. Say yes to the infinite, and you will become infinite. Your belief is your life. You are unconcerned, unchanging, void of form, fathomless intelligence, of cool dispositions, unperturbed. Thus, have faith only in consciousness. This one conviction is enough, not practice. Faith, conviction, not practice. Trust. This much faith is sufficient that you are pure consciousness. This is the greatest magic in the world. Psychologists say that when you tell someone again and again that he is unintelligent, he becomes unintelligent. People aren't as stupid as they look. They are the supreme being. They have been called stupid, told they are stupid. It has been repeated by so many people and they have listened so many times that they have become idiots. They could have become Buddhas, but they have become idiots, Buddhus. Alright, so repetition of anything will be manifested. So basically ये idea है कि जिस चीज़ को आप बार बार बोलते रहोगे वो चीज़ रियल में हो जाएगी. सो अगर हम इतनी पावर होल्ड करते हैं तो वी शुड से द राइट थिंग्स. हमने जो हमें चाहिए हम बड़े से बड़ी चीज़ क्यों ना मांगे. छोटी चीज़ मांग के उसको ग्रैब करने से अच्छा है कि हम बड़े से बड़ा क्लेम करें एंड अल्टीमेटली वो ट्रू हो जाए. सो दैट्स ग्रेट, इजंट इट. और उसी का एक एग्जांपल यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है कि साइकोलॉजिस्ट बोलते हैं कि अगर किसी को बार बार बोला जाए कि तुम अन इंटेलिजेंट हो तो वो रियल में अन इंटेलिजेंट हो जाता है. Psychologists say that if you meet someone in good health on the street and say to him, "Oh, what happened to you? Your face looks yellow. You seem to have a fever. Let me feel your pulse. You are sick. Your leg seems to be shivering." At first, he will deny it because he hadn't thought until a moment before. He'll say, "No, no, I am completely fine. What are you talking about?" You may say, "Okay, suit yourself." Then a little later, another person comes to him saying, "Wait, your face has gone completely pale. What's the matter?" Now he won't be able to say so boldly that he's completely fine. He'll say, "Yes, I am feeling a little out of sorts." He'll begin accepting it. His courage will start slipping. Then a third man comes and starts the same talk. Now he will return home feeling, "My condition is very bad. Now there is no sense in going to the market." You may have heard a story like this. Once a Brahmin bought a goat. मैं इसको बताने ही वाला था ये वाली story. कम बात करने वाला था. Once a Brahmin brought a goat and was taking it to home. Three or four thieves saw him and thought the goat could be snatched away from him. But the Brahmin was strong, and to steal from him would be no easy job. So they decided to try diplomacy, a little trickery. One came up to him on the road saying, "Well done, how much did you pay for the dog?" That Brahman said, "Dog, are you blind or only mad? It is a goat. I am bringing her from the market. I paid 50 rupees for her." The thief said, "It's up to you, but you know, seeing a Brahmin carrying a dog on his shoulders, dear brother, to me it looks like a dog. Could there be some mistake?" The Brahmin went on his way, wondering what kind of a man was that. But he fingered the feet of the goat just to check, saying to himself, "It is a goat." Another of the gang was waiting across the road. He called over to the Brahmin, "What a fine dog was bought! What a fine dog you bought!" Now the Brahmin hadn't the courage to insist it was not a dog. Who knows, maybe it was a dog. Two men could not be wrong. Is there again network issue? No. Still he said, no, no, it's not a dog. But it was a weaker now. He said it, but the foundation inside was shaken. He said, no, no, it's a goat. The man said, it's a goat. You call this a goat? Then respected Brahmin, the definition of goat needs to be changed. If you call this a goat, then what will you call a dog? But it's up to you. You are a scholarly man. You can change it if you want. It's just a name. Perhaps you say dog. Perhaps you say goat. A dog it remains. Nothing changes just by calling it a goat. The man went away. The Brahmin put the goat down and looked. It was definitely a goat like any other goat. He rubbed his eyes and splashed them with water from a roadside tap. He was nearing his own neighborhood. If people saw a Brahmin carrying a dog on his shoulders, it would be a blow against worship in the temple and against scholarship. People paid for his worship. They would stop paying. They would think him mad again. He thoroughly inspected the animal, making sure it was a goat. But what was with these those two guys? Again he shouldered the goat and started off. But now he moved a little nervously. What if anyone else saw him? Then he came across the third fellow. He exclaimed, what a fine dog! Where did you get it? I too have wanted to have a dog for a long time. The Brahmin said, friend, you just take it. If you want a dog, take it. It is really a dog. A friend gave it to me. You please relieve me of it. And he ran home before anyone could find out that he had bought a dog. This is how man lives. You have become what you believe. And there are many cheats and scoundrels around, all around. You have been led to believe all kinds of things. They have their own motives. The priest wants to convince you that you are a sinner because if you are not a sinner, how will you continue to pray for you? How will he continue to pray for you? It is in his interest that a goat be taken for a dog. A pandit, if you are not ignorant, what will become of his scholarship? How will he run his business? A religious teacher, if he explains to you that you are inactive, free of doing, that you have never committed sin, then what need is there of him? It is as if you go to a doctor and he explains that you are not sick, that you have never been sick. You cannot be sick. Health is your nature. The doctor is committing suicide. What will happen to his business? In robust health, go to doctor. Go when you are not at all sick. When to then too you will find that he discovers some problem. Go and try it. Go in absolutely top form. When you are not sick at all, just go and do it. Tell the doctor that you just want him to do a checkup. It is not easy to find a doctor who will say you are not ill. All right. So let's keep it till here. मुल्ला नसरुद्दीन वाला किस्सा हम next live में cover करेंगे. So we have covered till page number 90 and from 91 onwards we'll cover it in the next live stream. And total number of pages in volume 1 of Ashtavakra Mahagita is 186. So we are almost halfway down. So अगर 3-4 पेज हम और कवर कर लेते तो हमारे लगभग halfway down हो जाते हैं हम. But ठीक है, we'll cover it in the next live. So if you've been here so far and you have interest in Osho, spirituality, knowing the ultimate truth, logic and book reading, तो आप सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हो चैनल को. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much universe. Thank you so much Radha Rani ji. Have fun. Peace out.